6 and 5 on the 4th.
And Matt, and Mooney Valley the 4th. 2 Royal Code, 250 win, 160 a place. 5 Ebony Knight, 330 no third for 4 Mr. Trickster. Quinella 1370, the exacta 1950, 254 trifecta, 184.20, and the first 4 is to come.
TAB dividends are proudly brought to you by Sydney's best auto group of Strathfield, Blacktown and Campbelltown.
They really are Sydney's best.
Brought to you by Amy. Vapor Trail with Scott Seymour aboard. Now, of course, his win on Ethereal was his 10th Group 1 this season.
And his 11th since June last year.
And there's still a fair bit to go.
I tell you what, the season doesn't end till August, and he could ride how many, we don't know. I wonder what the record is.
Endeavour to find out.
Yeah.
Now, there has been specking at long odds for Floria, number 9. It's around about the $20 quote. But Hosanna's at $3.50. Into $3.90, though, 60 seconds. And $5 for Key, $6.30 for Vapor Trail. 60 seconds into $3.80 now. So there you have it for this the 5th race at Rosehill Gardens. Right, here's Ian Craig.
This is where the perfect crowd looks up to par. And the Key is circling around with one of the attendants. Very big support here for 60 seconds. Gee, she's a nice type of filly by Centane. 8 starts, 3 wins. And coming off a success at Ellerslie on the 2nd of March in the Fayette Park. Now Keys comes forward and we look to be set for action. This is the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. 2,000 metres. Movement in about gate 3 or 4. I can't see the starting point from here because of a palm tree. I've got to watch on the closed circuit big screen, and they've taken out of the stalls Barrowin, and also away from the gates Moonflute. Moonflute and Barrowin. There was trouble from inside gates there, and whether any harm has been done we'll know shortly. Moonflute occupying gate 1, Barrowin occupying stall number 2. So drama prior to the start of the Group 1 Arrowfield Stakes. $400,000, $260,000 to the winner. Of course, Ethereal winning the BMW and $650,000, which is taking her up to just over 4.7 million. What a wonderful mare. Now, we're awaiting news from the stewards in relation to Barrowin and Moonflute. Late money for Hosanna here. Moonflute past fit to run, and the other one is out Barrowin. 316, Mick, thank you. So number 6 is out Barrowin. Number 6 is out Barrowin from the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. 3:16 the scratching time, Eastern Standard Time. In the last couple of minutes, they've really come for Hosanna here in the ring. Gee, it's been a late go, this. We'll shortly know. Barrowin a late scratching. Number 6, Moonflute past fit to run. Gate 2 empty now. I can see that red light flashing. And they're off. And not a bad break either. And the early leader is Pirouette's, taken on by the Ruffy Capto, and moving up quickly Vapor Trail in company with Puzzle Book and Floria right there. Keys is wider out as Pirouette's goes backwards now, and then Silk Vale, Hosanna. Anytime Angel followed well back by Moonflute, and 60 seconds brings up the rear. They race 400 metres here, and Puzzle Book runs to the lead. Floria length away second. Vapor Trail getting a nice run third, followed by Keys and Capto racing ungenerously. Silk Vale is caught out pretty wide. Hosanna the middle. Pirouette's the rails from Anytime Angel, 60 seconds. And last of all is Moonflute. This is the order going to the back of the track. And Puzzle Book shows the way in the Arrowfield. About 3/4 of a length now on Floria. Vapor Trail, one of the Kiwis in the event, is third, followed by Keys. And then comes Capto, who's giving the rider a torrid time. Then Silk Vale. Hosanna settled nicely. Pirouette's on the inside of Anytime Angel. 1 to 60 seconds. 3/4 to Moonflute. They race to the far corner at the half halfway marker, 1,000 metres ahead of them here. And the pilot is Puzzle Book and has a break of 3/4 of a length on Floria. Vapor Trail with the jockey of the day, Scotty Seamer, in the saddle is running third. And then Keys, followed by Capto, Silk Vale, Hosanna, Pirouettes, Anytime Angel. Second last is 60 seconds at Absolute is Moonflute, and still no variation as they come along the side of the track and link up with the 600 almost. Puzzle Book, 3/4 of a length on Floria. Vapor Trail parked over on the inside of Keys. Hosanna making some headway. Silk Vale, Capto, Anytime Angel, Pirouette, 60 seconds, and Moonflute. They're homeward bound now, and quickly Floria swept away from Puzzle Book. On the outside, Keys, Vapor Trail trying to get into the clear. Hosanna coming down the outer, and wider out on the track is 60 seconds, putting in her claim. Floria at the distance by the 200, taken on by Hosanna. It's Floria almost joined by Hosanna, Keys, and then 60 seconds. It's 60 seconds after Hosanna. Hosanna clinging on. Oh, photo here between Hosanna and 60 seconds, and a photo third between Vapor Trail and Keys, followed home then by Floria. A couple of lengths further off in the race was Pirouettes, and then Capto, Anytime Angel, Silk Vale. Moonflute has run second last, and Absolute in the field was Puzzle Book. Another tight finish in the Arrowfield Stud Stakes this time, with Hosanna and 60 seconds fighting it out. And there'll be a whisker in it on the line. Very, very tight between Hosanna, number 1, if she gets there, 3:30 and 1:50, and 60 seconds, number 4, showing $3.60 and $1.50. By far and above the best backed fillies in the race. And they've gone to the line absolutely locked together. And hang on to your briefs. I'm just looking at the closed circuit to see if we're going to get a finish links shot. Not at this stage. Judge poring over the finish links print. Hosanna, a lovely run. She was more forward in the run than 60 seconds. And win or loss by 60 seconds, again proving you can come from a mile back here this afternoon.
All right, well, Rich, the racing here has been superb, has it not?
It has been incredible. Brian York on 60 seconds with a late dash to try and collar Darren Beedman with Hosanna right on the line. There's the number. And 60 seconds has got up to beat Hosanna, with Keys in third place and Vapor Trail in fourth. So she's got up on the outside,
yeah.
Graham.
By annihilation. $3.60, $1.50, $1.50 and $1.80. 4, 1 and 3. And as Ian Craig said, they are coming from a hell of a long way back today.
It seems as though that you can race behind. Big headwind in the straight here, and maybe that's helping the horses who race with cover.
Yep. Quinella and Exacta and Trifecta Dividends are there. And 60 seconds, well, I knew what they were doing. They put plenty of money on it, as Ian Craig kept saying.
Plenty of money on both horses, 60 seconds and Hosanna, and they've gone to the line locked together.
So the punters certainly know what they're doing here today.
Right on the money.
Okay, there it is. Brian York aboard. And let's have a look at Cheltenham's next event. Big odds for Brickland's brother. Squilani's $2.70. Paul Gatsmat. Go down to number 4, All Cheer, $9. $6.80 for Gironde. And then Pepe the Pug, $5.30. Tuscola is a scratching. And the best of the rest would look to be Belton, number 10, at $18. Race 5 at Cheltenham. Now at Doomben. And weight is right on I Realise Pelton Himalaya Falcon. 3, 5 and 4. Weight is correct there. Right. Now let's go back to the enclosure as we head towards the Amy Golden Slipper. And Joe McKinnon is with
John Simons. He's the trainer of Bel Esprit.
John, you couldn't have asked for more. Barrier 1.
Super. Yeah.
You're a bit nervous about the draw today, and in fact you issued somebody else with the job of doing the draw?
Yeah, I'm not a very lucky person, so I didn't want to pull the wrong barrier.
Well, Sam was the lucky drawer. Now that confirms the horse's chances even more. He'll be able to go to the lead?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens. I'm not convinced that might be the best way to go, but it all depends how the race pans out early, and that's going to have to be Wayne's decision out there. You know, things change very quickly out there.
His Blue Diamond win, John, was tough, outstanding.
Yeah, I think it was. His sectionals, when you analyse them, were outstanding, and he had to get tired, and I don't believe that he was probably 100% on Diamond Day, as in he got away a little bit on us in the later part of that week. I'm sure that he's going into this race a 4-length better horse than what he did in Blue Diamond Day, so I'm pretty happy to have him in there on Saturday.
How is he condition-wise at the moment, John?
Yeah, he's spot on. His blood we've taken another blood this morning. We had one done on Saturday morning with the hot weather here, and we had a gallop last Thursday, and then we put him through the barriers on Friday, which was also hot, and he sweated up badly. So we had to saline him on Saturday, and we've salined him again this morning, and we'll see what his blood says. But everything else, other than he was just marginally dehydrated, he's been spot on. So by Saturday he'll be perfect.
You've got him at Rose Hill, and how has he adapted to that environment?
Well, honestly, you would have thought that he's been trained there all his life. He's just settled in. He hasn't left 1 ounce of feed. He's worked super, and he's actually settled down. And he goes out and he picks the grass and sort of struts around like he owns the place.
He's proven a problem at the barriers. Are you nervous about that on Saturday, and what sort of tactics will you adopt to stave that off from happening again?
Well, we've got permission to use the stallion chain on him, and with the stallion chain on him, he's not a problem at all. He's quite the opposite. He's almost like a lead pony. He'll go straight in, and once he's in there, he's not a problem in the gate. So it's only a matter of playing with the barrier attendants, and he had a nice little play with them before the Blue Diamond.
What an exciting horse he's been for your training career, and bringing you here to Sydney to contest now the world's richest 2-year-old race. How are you feeling about all of this hype?
Look, we're soaking up, and it's pretty special, I can tell you.
There he is, John Simons, talking with Joe McKinnon. He seems to be handling the pressure okay.
Yes, he's under great pressure. Anyone who trains the favourite in a Golden Slipper is under pressure, but John Simons, it's his first time and handling it beautifully.
Okay, you just saw a market a short time ago on the 3AW Australia Stakes Group 1. That's coming up at 3:40 Eastern. But the next race to come your way will be race 5 at Cheltenham. Squilani is the favourite at $2.50. And then Pepe the Pug, Geronde, Brickland's brother, and All Cheer under double figures as well. Race 5 at Cheltenham. Updating the Valley again with Falvalon out. As I just mentioned, this is at Group 1 level. Toledo's at big odds. Showerheart 10, 970. Black Bean Sports at 12. Bomber Bill 970. Desert Sky 750. Point Danger is out, number 8. North Boy, very short, $2.50. Fair Embrace, double figure odds, as is Regal Kiss. And Ty Mana at $7.90.
Yeah, I'm no rap for North Boy at that $2.50 quote. I think that's a little short about him. I don't know. I think I'll stick with one of the older, stronger sprinters, perhaps a little higher in the weights. I just think North Boy might be a little short at that. Desert Sky, he always races well on the pace at $7.50 there. And maybe Black Bean, coming into a bit of form, although Moonee Valley's never been his favourite course. So, who knows? You could get out to Showerheart. You're still going out to very, very good sprinters when you're talking Showerheart and Bomber Bill.
A bit of money there too also, Richard, for Ty Mana from the Michael Moroney stable.
Yeah, Ty Mana, a bit of an interesting runner. It's the bottom weight.
Yeah.
Kieran McAvoy will ride it from barrier 60, only 52.5 kilos. It's got loads of potential, but this is a big and difficult jumping class.
Joe McKinnon is now with Gai Waterhouse.
Gai, Snowland and Chuckle in the Golden Slipper this year. Is Snowland the better chance?
Well, I think he deserves to be. He's beaten Victory Vane at Gosford Classic. He's done everything right. He's primed, poised to win this race. Chuckle's had a very similar program to Ha last year, who won the Slipper. She's by Dane Hill, and it's interesting, she's the only Dane Hill filly in the race. And they're hard to beat in these Group 1 events, aren't they?
Where does Snowland go from barrier 14 today?
Forward.
It'll be a scrimmage early.
Well, no, I don't think he won't be part of the scrimmage. There'll be a lot of speed in the race. There'll be speed inside of him, both from the fence, Bella Spree out. But Chris is a master of these big races, and I'll leave it to him. Why pay the jockey to ride the horse? My job's to train it. I've got the horses fit. It's up to these boys, Brian and Chris, to win the race for us.
How much would you like to win your second consecutive Golden Slipper?
Enormously.
Good luck, Gai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and about 5-1 the field on the New South Wales tab for the Amy Golden Slipper. We'll be to Cheltenham shortly. Now, Moonee Valley, let's check a market for the next race there, the 3AW Australia Stakes Group 1. We'll check a market on the Golden Slipper again soon. Toledo's at big odds. Showerheart 11, 10's Black Bean, Sports 13, 10 Bomber Bill, Desert Sky 760, Point Dangerous scratching number 8, 250 about North Boy, 10 Fair Embrace, Regal Kiss at 28. Taimata, Richard, is into 770. You're right, jumping a lot in class, but did run a pretty fast time at its most recent appearance too.
3-year-old filly did win at Flemington up the straight, but big test here.
Big test, yeah. Right, let's hear from the rider of Desert Sky.
Danny, you've picked up the ride on Desert Sky. I thought it was an awesome run in the Newmarket Handicap. What did you think?
I actually agree with you, Alf. He did all the work from the outside and led them up, and he was in front to the shadows of the post, and I think he's a very underrated horse.
Yeah, I agree. Danny, you'll be forward. Do you think you'll lead, or could there be another one?
Ideally, I'd like to come off them. Leading here, I think it's quite a task, unless you've got a soft lead, but Bomber Bill will show pace from barrier 1. I actually rode him in the Newmarket. He shows quite a bit of speed, so I'll just play it by ear, but if they were to go steady, I might end up leading, otherwise I'd be looking to take a sit.
Also, you ride Lilo Lil in the Moonee Valley Oaks today. I've heard and read that you're going to ride it a bit differently.
Yeah, I'm going to play it by ear too, but the ideal situation would be to get a bit of cover on her today. I led on her at Caulfield 2 starts back, and she showed a bit of fighting quality, and probably just blew out the last sort of 50 yards. And last start it wasn't suitable to lead, but I was going to be caught 4 and 5 deep, so I had to push on, and I was a bit of a victim. And I just think that ridden quiet, it'll give her every chance to run the 2,000 out and be very competitive.
Sounds a good move, because most of the favoured runners have all drawn, in my opinion, awkwardly. What did you think?
Yeah, I agree. Moon Dragon's drawn inside me, but she'll probably most likely get back. But I don't think he'll get hopelessly back today, because she needs a little luck, and stepping up to 1.25 miles, you probably see race forward to midfield today. So I'll be looking to either slot in behind him or in front of him.
And the lucky last, you ride Captivator.
Yeah, he's a nice horse. Doesn't look like there's a lot of speed in the race. He'll probably race in the first 3, and he's a very tough horse.
Nice rides. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
There he is, Danny Nikolic, and he hasn't let us down in recent times.
No, Alf, and it's got a strong chance, Richard.
Desert Sky. I think I'll make him my pick in the race, drawn 4 there, and you know he's a good, strong horse, good run in the Newmarket, and good odds there at $7.60, and $2.50 about Northboy. For me, is a little short.
All right, let's find out what Alf's late mail is.
Well, the big one of the day, the 3AW Australia Stakes. Terrific run. Disappointing that Falvalon's come out, but it gives all the others their chance to win at Group 1 level. Number 7, Desert Sky, I've put on top. I just thought he could race up on the speed and have a soft run. I thought his performance in the Newmarket Handicap was very outstanding. Did most of the work right up on the speed. Faced the breeze. I just thought he may be able to get it a little bit easier here, and drawn beautifully. Number 9, Northboy, is aided with the one-eyed blinker here today. Whether that helps him or not, I don't know. It has been effective in the past on other horses, but he's got that little idiosyncrasy that wants him to shift out off the track. I hope it straightens him up, because if he does anything wrong, it will stand him in poor stead. Number 10, Fair Embrace, the fastest horse in the race. If it does choose to go forward and lead, I think it can dictate and hold them up a little bit. Has got tremendous speed. Forget her performance in the Oakley Plate, where she was forced to cover ground from a very, very poor barrier and was still only beaten just under 5.5 lengths. I thought the run was very creditable, and the 1200, she is a winner. I've also included number 12, Tayama. Now, this is a horse that steps up to the best level for the first time. Looks some sort of chance. 52.5 she carried last start. Gets the same weight here at the Weight for Age. We're going 7 ahead of 9, 10 and 12 for the Australia Stakes.
At Group 1 level, and Group 1 level at Rosehill Gardens, the Amy Golden Slipper is coming up in 28 minutes. And from the John Hawke stable, Planchet and Yell. Let's find out more as Joe McKinnon speaks with the stable foreman, Peter Snowden.
The stable with 2 terrific chances in the race, Peter, Planchet and Yell.
Certainly have, Joe. One's drawn well, and the other fella's a bit ordinary in 13, but still, there's nothing we can do with that. John's more than happy with their progress. The 2 horses, they're both racing well, and both give them a very good chance.
Planchet brings the better form into the race. Does that make him the better chance in your view?
Gee, luck in running, I think, plays a big part for a lot of horses, not just ours. There's a lot of speed in the race. There's probably only about 3 back markers in the race. Choice Sir and us are probably the 2 prominent ones, but if they go mad up front, it gives them a better chance. If they don't go quite so hard up front, Yell's got a better chance. So it really is, it's a race. It always is a race of tactics, but more so this year because of the better horses drawn so wide.
Compared to past years, how do you rate these horses' hopes?
Yeah, there again, it's hard to say, because we're seeing them probably 6 or 7 months ahead of what they there really will be. But of the 12 horses, there's 15 in the race, and probably 9 very well-performed horses that have raced in group company and have performed very well. So I'd say it'd be a pretty strong rating race.
What would it mean to win the Amy Golden Slipper?
Any race this sort of day is a great thrill, but to win that race is an extra thrill. And we're in there trying anyway.
Good luck.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, so let me see how they go, and the way they're racing today, they can come from back in the field, Richard.
Yes, party's in full swing too.
It sure is. Our era too, Richard Clapton.
Exactly.
All right, now before we take you down to Moonee Valley, let's go back to Joe McKinnon, who a short time ago caught up with Paul Perry, the trainer of Choisir.
Paul Choisir has done everything right leading into today. He'll be hard to beat.
Yeah, Joe, I've been real happy with him. He had a bit of work through the week and all, and, you know, really pleased with him.
His last start performance, he did a bit wrong. Does that worry you going into today?
Joe, I think it'll be, you know, totally different speed today, and I suppose, I don't know whether Lenny sort of wanted to make sure he began the other day, you know, but I think he, you know, he's much more aware of it today.
Are you happy with where he's drawn, 9?
I thought it's ideal, Joe, you know, there's speed inside and out, and, you know, you can see him just sort of sitting back off him.
You've had to put pads on his front hooves today. Tell us why.
Oh, Joe, just a precautionary sort of thing, you know, when... You know, we sort of went right over him last Monday morning after he raced, and, you know, he couldn't find a thing wrong with him, and the blacksmith had to change his shoes around, so, you know, he suggested we do that, you know, just in case, you know, he was jarring up and probably not showing it or something, you know, just as a precautionary thing, and, you know, which we did, and he went well, and, you know, so we just left him on for the race.
So he's 100%?
Oh, yeah, he's beautiful, yep.
Is he the hardest to beat in the race, in your view?
Joe, yeah, I think, you know, if you get away from last week, you know, he's... Yeah, gee, his form's there, yeah.
This would be something nice to cap off what's already been a great training career, Paul.
Oh, it'd be lovely, Joe. It'd be something special, sure would.
Good luck.
Thanks, then.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, Richard, it's just his run last week that's put the question mark over Choisir,
Well, if he's got those sore feet and they have put the shock tamer shoes or pads under his shoes, that may help him, you know. He's certainly a talented horse. He probably will race back, and that may suit the pattern here today, as we've seen that the front runners have been hard to keep going.
Here's Greg Miles for the Group 1 Australia Stakes.
Lights flash, racing, and down on the inside, Bomber Bill got away well. Blackbean, Showerheart and Toledo out the tail early. Fair Embrace, one of the first to bounce out, and she's up in the lead. Taimana just off them, followed then by Desert Sky. A little wider out on the course of Sports, and North Boy's caught deep too. He's about 4 wide at the turn at the 800 metre mark. They're followed by Regal Kiss, Toledo, Blackbean and Showerheart last of all. Coming up the side now, and Fair Embrace is in front on the Australia Stakes. Sports very wide out, goes into second placing. Up there too is Desert Sky in the centre, a length to Taimana. North Boys off the course. In behind them is Bomber Bill as they came up the side from Regal Kiss, and they were followed then by Toledo and Showerheart. They're nearing the home turn. Field bunched and Sports moved up to Fair Embrace. North Boy under a lot of pressure. Here's Showerheart coming around the outside, and Toledo comes with him. Bomber Bill trying to work into the clear as Desert Sky dropped out. Taimana's last, entering the straight. Fair Embrace being tackled by Toledo and Showerheart. Down the outside, Showerheart is after Toledo. Toledo in front of Showerheart, 100 to go. Toledo by a neck to Showerheart. Bomber Bill and North Boy. Toledo in front, and Toledo by a neck. Maybe Showerheart will get second. A great photo for the Miners. North Boy out wider and Bomber Bill over on the inside. And they were cleared a Regal Kiss, Fair Embrace, Sports. And at the tail end of the field are Taimana and Desert Sky. And one was pulled up. Let's see, it's Blackbean hasn't finished the race. He's over near the 700 metre mark. And I think he has, oh yes, what a tragic end it is for Blackbean. He's broken down hopelessly, sadly. Toledo has won the Group 1 3AW Australia Stakes. And at his very first start at Moonee Valley. $48.50 and $10.70. A horse who's been sparingly raced over the years, a winner of a Newmarket handicap back last year. And this time round he'd been struggling in his 2 runs. He finished 15th in each of the Oakley Plate and the Newmarket, and most punters had given up on him. He was slow to bounce out of the stalls and swept right round the outside in a terrific finish. Showerheart looked a winning chance. In fact, he's got second, Showerheart. Toledo held him in the last couple of 100 metres after he loomed up with a strong run towards the turn, and third placing goes to number 9, North Boy. So official placings at 2, 3 and 9. Well, Russell Cameron must be a delighted trainer. This horse now 8 years of age, taking out a Group 1. Let's find out as we head down to Alf Matthews.
Thanks very much, Greg. Russell, congratulations. Age doesn't weary them.
Apparently not, Alf, no.
Now, did you have to wait till he was an 8-year-old to have his first start at Moonee Valley?
Not really, Alf, just the way it panned out, you know, just it rained a couple of times, he couldn't get here, but anyway, that's a good way to go.
He's come off a pretty ordinary performance last start.
Wasn't too bad, Alf. He's 5 lengths away down the straight. You know they do. They sit and sprint. More pressure around here.
Yeah.
Had a good run. They run along, sucked in the race. Went, yeah, it's good.
So where do you go now? To Brisbane?
Oh, wouldn't worry me if he retired. He's won $2 million.
Right, he's a very good horse, Russell. Congratulations. And I must say, you've done an excellent job with him. And Bomber Bill ran well too.
He ran terrific.
Had no luck.
Thanks, mate.
Russell Cameron, and it really was an awesome performance by Toledo. And as I said, Bomber Bill didn't have any luck whatsoever in the event, and Blackbean unfortunately broke down in the early part of the race. But take nothing away, 8 years old Toledo, outstanding performance.
Well summed up there, Alf. Over $2 million.
Group 1 level racing. Shower Heart a little bit slow to get going, and Blackbean back at the start with Toledo. And one of the first out is Fair Embrace with Bomberbill showing speed. Time Runner just behind those. Desert Sky pushing forward. Sports Deep around North Boy. 2 to Regal Kiss, 2.5 Toledo, a half Blackbean and 2 Shower Heart. But with great speed, Fair Embrace has cleared them to lead by 1.5 lengths, settling down from Desert Sky and Bomberbill. Then came Taimana, who went up in the middle, and Sports is very deep. 1.5 lengths Regal Kiss, followed by North Boy, 3 or 4 lengths off them. 2 to Toledo, 2 to Shower Heart. And Blackbean has gone amiss. Blackbean has broken down out of the race. 600 out, Sports out deep. Going up now to Fair Embrace, a length further back. North Boy went up to 3rd. Back in the middle, Desert Sky from Shower Heart, Toledo. Over on the inside, Bomberbill. Time Runner's under pressure with Regal Kiss before the turn. North Boy under a lot of pressure, and the leader still is Fair Embrace from Sports. Here's Shower Heart and Toledo. Out wide with swooping runs. Out deep on the track, Shower Heart, Toledo. Got to Fair Embrace. Old Toledo's at the front with 150 to go. Shower Heart trying to get to him, then Bomberbill. Toledo in front. Bomberbill with a late run from Shower Heart and North Boy. Toledo hangs on. Toledo a neck to either Shower Heart, North Boy or Bomberbill. Old Toledo's come back to win the race. Further back then Regal Kiss. Behind those then Fair Embrace, a gap to Sports. Well back Time Manor in company with Desert Sky. And Blackbean has been pulled up out of the race at the 600 metre mark.
2 Toledo, Stephen Arnold, 45.80 the win, 9.40 the place. 3 Shower Heart, 3.30, 9 North Boy, 150, or 6 Bomberbill, 2.60.
On the previous at Kembla, 3/4, 3.5 the margins, 109.56, sectional 35.81.
Shower Heart. And third, number 9, North Boy, who's going backwards at the 350. He's grabbed third. Ahead of Bomberbill back on the inside, 2, 3, 9 and 6. 2, 3, 9 and 6. Well, I just wonder what first of all happened to North Boy. He was starting to move forward. He got off the bridle coming to the final turn with Shower Heart and Toledo going straight past him. He got a bump there and bumped down onto Bomberbill. So obviously he lost ground there, but they got right away from him. Fair Embrace gobbled up by Toledo Shower Heart. Then Bomberbill started to come from the pack and run on. Then North Boy getting going again, but it's that bump that he's copped on the point of the turn, and he's only been beaten probably about 3/4, North Boy. So a strange run there, but that jostling and bumping obviously has taken care of him. He went from sort of travelling into the race to struggling, but then getting that buffeting has probably cost him going very close to winning.
And the totes. 2 Toledo, 45.80 the win, 9.40 a place. 3 Shower Heart, 3.30, 9 North Boy, $1.50. The Quinella, $162. Exacta, $481.90. Trifecta, $1,500.